Hello, Dota community! How are you doing? It is I, Sir Action Slaxy. Yes, I am here, and as you've read from the video title, this is the career ender for me. We have chat up down here. We got a list up here. And I'd like to talk a little bit about the state of Dota 2, the state of the community, the state of TI, which basically is Dota 2. And yes, I would like to begin here. So, we're in a relationship. We're in a relationship. It's a sort of marriage to Valve software because nobody would ever do this except for Valve. No other corporate out there, like a Blizzard or an Activision, would actively make something with their community. It's just true. And it's one of the reasons I love Valve so much. It's one of the reasons that they do not act like a corporate entity to me because they actually are just a collection of passionate people working with a passionate community. So, to me, in a relationship, as a happily married man with a kid, negativity comes up. Some shit happens. Some negative stuff comes up. The relationship is tested. But there has to be a moment of positivity. There has to be a moment where you say, hey, these are the things you're doing right. This is why I love you. And these are the things I wish were different. Now, you guys got me covered. You got us covered on what should be different. And feedback is great, all right? Don't get me wrong. Don't stop bitching and complaining. I'll give it to you straight. Making a video like this is fucking stupid for me. I make a lot more money if you guys bitch. Bitch. The quality of the tournaments go up, and I charge more for my talent fees. So you guys are just making me Skrilla. However, is this much bitching good for the community as a whole? Is it good for Dota as a whole? Because we're in a relationship. No one's being forced to work on Dota. We love each other. As the employees over there love us and the community loves them, we work together to make the biggest esport in the world. That is why it is the best esports in the world. Nobody's Overwatch League slamming this shit down our throats. We build it together. So like any relationship, I think it's time with this insane amount of negativity going on that we talk about the good things. We talk about the things that have improved. We talk about the things that are going well. Because it's a very experimental year, and I think that people should have positive feedback. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to talk about all the positives. We're not going to talk about the negatives. You guys got us covered on that, and don't stop for anything. Negativity, critical review is the only way that things get changed. However, critical review without any positivity, it's bad.
Bert.
I told you not to fuck around!
PR damage control alert, Bert.
But thank you so much for the money. I'll take $5. Okay, so, introduction. I got it all here. Let me state this for a fact. I don't fucking work for Valve. I don't fucking work for Valve, boys. Am I a Valve shill? Once in a while, I am a Valve shill, but I'm a Valve shill because I love this community. I work for Dota. In my personal opinion, I work for you. You guys made my life happen. I am a worthless bastard without the community behind me. So, no, I am not employed at Valve at the moment. Yeah. So, no, I do not work for them. Do I, is my life better if they continue to work in Dota? Yes, but I believe yours is too. So, there you go. Okay, so first things first. First on the big positive. Let's talk about Dota the game. Dota the game, in my opinion, is in one of the best states it has ever been in. Most Dota players don't give a shit about esports, and our current player numbers are absolutely fantastic. Most of the time, after TI, the player numbers rise. This time, for the first time, the numbers rose before TI. The state of the game right now is amazing. Yeah, there's some slarks in every game. There's some undyings in every game, but these heroes have, very known counters that can sometimes work and people can creatively get around them. I gotta be real with you guys. I thought the game was dead at the last patch. I really did. It was 9 months and then Jungle Creeps came out. And I said, it's over. 9 months for Jungle Creeps? Oh, fudge. I thought it was done. But then this patch came out. And this patch was actually really, really, really good. It solved a lot of issues. The time of the games, how long they are, the type of Dota that we're playing. As a viewing experience, I legitimately think that this is the best Dota that we've ever had as viewers. And I don't think it's bad at all as a player, which is very, very cool. So I got to admit, I was worried last patch. I kept it to myself. Jungle Creeps patch, I was worried because I thought that's it. And then this patch came out, and it was fucking great. It was really, really good. I legitimately think this is the best Dota to watch. It's very fun to play, and it's just good. And if I'm wrong on that, let me know. But I think that we're building this game together as a community, and it's Valve, and it's in the best state that it's ever been in. I think it's really, really, really good. Okay, now, there was a clip on Reddit the other day where I might have gotten a little upset, all right? And I will talk to you why I got upset, and I will talk to you about solutions, because I do think it's okay to have some criticism as long as you provide a positive solution. That's called effective criticism. Just bitching, oh, I don't like this guy. That's fucking stupid. That's some brain dead. Who gives a shit? But if you can provide criticism and then have solutions, I think it's okay to criticize. So this will be the only negative part of this entire video, okay? Because I'm passionate about Dota. I'm passionate about playing Dota. And I don't want things taken out of context. Okay? So here we go. So in my clip, I got extremely angry. And it was because I was playing for 5 hours straight, and I had 4 griefers in 4 different games. Let's just go through it. All right. Number 1. In a weird way, around TI, it's the worst time to play Dota. Because people are excited about Dota again. I play Dota 8 hours a day, every single day, no matter what the hell is happening, because I'm a sick degenerate, as I'm sure you are watching this video. But around Dota TI time, new players or old players come back in because they're excited about TI. So the game quality itself does tend to go down because old players are coming back in, new players are coming in, and people don't know what they're doing. Is that something bad for Dota? Absolutely not. In fact, it's incredible for Dota. It's very, very good for Dota. Is that bad for a degenerate, basement-dwelling dumbass that plays Dota 12 hours a day and tryhards every single game in unranked like a psychopath? Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, and it's hard to do something. So I proposed a solution to this. It's called Welcome Back mode. Okay, if you haven't played Dota in 6 months, a year, and you come back in and you play your first few games, 3 games, why aren't you playing with other people that are doing this? Probably because they're too rare. But why don't you get rewarded in some way? You know, some solo locked cosmetics on your account for your first 3 games as a welcome back present. Here's what's maybe give them the link of last time they were here. I mean, Dota's doing great with their new UI of showing stuff. So I think it's pretty good to do that. Have a welcome back for 3 games, because that would cause a lot less anger in the community too. Some guy goes in your game, he last picks carry, and he goes, guys, I haven't played Dota in a year and a half. That's a bad time for everybody. But if you've been through 3 games, maybe that's good. In fact, perhaps you can incentivize people with good behavior scores to queue into those games. Act as coaches. Maybe they get a heightened chance for a cosmetic that's locked to their account forever by being a positive influence on that community of people coming back home. This would have to be very strict. If you got reported by somebody who came back and there was evidence that you were a dick and you were only there for the cosmetics, you're banned from it for life, I think it would be pretty good. Also, fun fact, this would really help with Smurf detection. A lot of Smurf accounts that are made and unfound are just really old accounts that somebody gave to their friend, and it's like, oh yeah, I got an Archon 2 account. I haven't played on it in like 2 years. If somebody goes 34 in Meepo and their last game was 2 years ago, that's very easy to detect if they were Smurfs. So yeah, I don't know. I think that having a welcome back mode, even having a welcome back couple games, is kind of cool idea that would really help with the TI environment, and it can use something with the behavior score. Just an idea. All right, let's get into the actual negative part of the video. I'm doing this early because it's a very positive video. All right? I very much dislike Cavern Crawl, okay? I very much dislike Cavern Crawl because of the way that it's implemented, okay? The reason that I don't like Cavern Crawl is because it's a system that incentivizes people to be bad actors in the Dota space. There is no reason that you should be able to unlock heroes in Cavern Crawl and Ranked. Ranked is a game mode where you are all entering a socially binding contract to say, I'm going to do as best as I can, and I am in an environment where I am trying as hard as I can. And you are incentivizing people to go against this. And the problem is not that they play bad. Don't get me wrong. If you cavern crawl and unranked or whatever, and you're really bad at your hero, I get it. But the thing is that we entered a social agreement looking for a game. I had the same decision. I went into that game and I said, you know what? I don't want to be a burden on my team. I don't want to last pick level 1 Dota plus Venomancer carry. And I made that decision consciously to say, I love cosmetics, but I don't want to do this to my teammates. I don't want to do this to my allies. Yet you put me in a game where someone had the same opportunity and they chose to do the opposite. And now I must be nice to them. Now I must make their lives better because they had the same moral choice that I did and they chose opposite. That's not cool. It's very much like at Target. Shut up! 10 subs. Sajidine. Suns fan ruining my video. Sajidine literally ruining my video. Oh, it was gifted. All right, thank you, General Grievous, for ruining the video. Can we please stop? Thank you. I can pause the alerts, by the way.
A tier 1
thank
sub
you.
To General G.
At any rate, with the pause sub, it's not about the gameplay. It's about Dota 2. The reason people get upset is because they're in a very long thing, an hour-long game, and they all have different varying levels of commitment. Maybe you've just smoked a giant fucking blunt and you've decided to pick Tree and Protector and you're high as a kite. Maybe I care about every single game I play and I sweat try hard game reviews. Those two random people are put in the same situation. It happens in Dota. But what Cavern Crawl does is it makes these situations monetarily incentivized to be the bad actor. There's no reason for this. There is no reason for this. I think Cavern Crawl is a great game mode. I think it's fun to make people play new heroes. I think it's fun to give them a reward for playing it. It's much better than events in the past. But the way that it's implemented, where you're making a social binding contract and you're rewarding people for being the bad actor, is so mind-boggling to me that it doesn't need to exist. I'll put it to you as simply as I can. Cavern Crawl is going to Target and wheeling your cart to your car. However, you get rewarded for leaving it there instead of putting it back. I don't understand how this can exist. Dota's toxic enough. There is no reason you should incentivize people to be more toxic. So here's my plan. Number 1, remove Cavern Crawl in Ranked. Please, for the love of God, remove Cavern Crawl in Ranked. I'm not even mad at the guys cavern crawling in Ranked. I'm not allowed to because they are simply taking advantage of a system that allows them to be bad actors. And that's what makes me mad. No Cavern Crawl in Ranked. Number 2, why don't we have Cavern Crawl the game mode? Can you imagine how positive this thing would be? You go into a game mode and only people can pick Cavern Crawl heroes that they have currently available. It's a game mode where people will be able to teach each other to learn. Who would get mad at this game mode? Dota players, probably a lot of people. But who would actually get mad loading into a game mode and be like, Punch, you suck? I know. It's Cavern Crawl mode, bro. I've never played this hero before. It'd be a place where people could learn how to play their heroes. They'd all be under the same objective, and it would be great. Now, arguments against this. Chat, I'm reading right now. Okay, argument number 1. You're splitting up an already small community. There's ranked matchmaking, then there's unranked, and now you want Cavern Crawl mode? Good. Fucking good. Good. If I'm making a guy that was going to pick his hero in ranked, pick it in Cavern Crawl, and I have to search for 5 more minutes, good. I'm glad that we're separating that community, okay? That is a good thing. That is a fucking good thing. I'm sorry. Number 2, why can't they just Cavern Crawl in unranked? You can, but I don't understand why we wouldn't have a Cavern Crawl game mode. It was some of the worst games that I've played. The game that made me freak out and people posted the video is because I was in 4 games in a row with griefers or a 4-stack where all 4 of them are cavern crawling and I first picked a level 25 support because I wanted to win. It should not be my responsibility to help these 4 guys grief the game and maybe I can win because I'm the only one who actually wants to win the game. That's not fair to me. It's not enjoyable to me. And I can't even get mad at them because they're just playing a system that they're allowed to play in with no alternatives. People don't want to be bad people. People are forced into situations or choose to be in situations because they are allowed to be so. It's the internet. It's anonymity. People can do whatever they want. If you provide an alternative, they will take it. All right? That is all I am saying. Provide an alternative to make Dota pubs a better place around TI. That's it. Okay? Sounds good. All right, so that is as negative as this video will go. It is now positive. So let's go 100% into positivity, and I will say more positive things. So number one, the GitHub bug tracker. What a wonderful addition. What a wonderful thing. They are not posting exactly every single thing that they are fixing these days, but honestly, if you asked me 2 years ago, do you think that there would be something where I could post bugs and then they would get fixed in the next patch in Dota? I would have laughed in your face. The fact that this has not only been operating, but it's been consistently fixing bugs, even to this day, they might not post that they fixed stuff, but people have been reporting that the things that they've fixed are still there, is absolutely unbelievable. It has been a golden age of getting shit fixed in Dota in the last 6 months, and it is an unbelievably positive thing that has come to this community that I legitimately never thought would happen. So thank you very much. I think it is fantastic, and it is still happening. True Sight. I'm not going to I did some work on True Sight. That's great. True Sight is still, without a doubt, the best piece of esports media that exists. Bar none, hands down, nobody else can stand up in the room. True Sight is what makes us prideful as a community. We watch it, we come together, and we can show other people that have no idea what Dota is, look at what I've committed my life to. And it is still a stellar, unbelievably good product that has some of the best animations of any single thing. It is movie quality animations. I love this product. I love what Valve does with it, and it takes so much effort from beginning to end, and yet they keep delivering, and they don't have to. They legitimately don't have to. Is a 100 new players going to play Dota because of True Sight? Maybe, maybe not. But what it is a love letter to this community, and it is still incredible. So True Sight is fucking amazing, and we got it again.
True Sight is a gem.
Thank you, Groovy. All right. Listen to me. I should not be making this video. I should keep my mouth shut. I should not be making this video. It is not good for my career, but I legitimately think that positivity needs to go back into the scene, and we're going to gloss over some stuff, but we're going to talk honestly about some stuff. And here we go. The Battle Pass. There is not a lot of negativity about this year's Battle Pass. I'll be real. The community has spoken a lot about it, and I'm not going to cover that. I am not. The feedback is there. So let's talk about the positives, okay? Number one, it's experimental. For years, we have been talking about how TI needs to be different, that there is no reason that we should have, a $50 million tournament and none of the rest of the year matters. Something dynamically had to change. We have to find a way to make Dota not just about 1 year because it creates a toxic esports scene that is terrible for everyone involved. There is no reason to stay with a team organization long term. If you are on a team and you're their star player and some guy goes, yo, bro, I think we can go to TI if you ditch your team. It doesn't matter what you've done all year. You go, oh, shit, yeah. If I make 8th at TI, I make more than I've made all year getting first place. It's a toxic scene that did serve its purpose. TI has served its purpose by allowing us to be like, we're the best esport in the world. Look at our prize pool. Holy shit, $40 million? What are these kids doing? Fucking ESPN comes in with their cameras. It's done its job. But we've been talking as a community a lot about TI does not have to be this anymore. We can actually make a good esports scene by diversifying and making the prize pool a little bit smaller. Is that why they split the Battle Pass? To force it? I'm not a Valve employee. I can't tell you that. But I can tell you that things are changing. It is experimental. Are experiments bad? Sometimes they're very successful. Sometimes other things happen. But what it is doing is dynamically changing TI. We said it needed to change. That's something. All right? And that is what I will say about it. Okay? All right. So perhaps the goal is to make the game more sustainable. That's all I'm saying. Less gigantic TI prize pool built in from a battle pass. More ability to do stuff with the DPC. Okay? Feedback is good on experiments. The community has been extremely vocal about what they like and what they don't like. And that is great information. That's why we're making this video, because there hasn't been a lot of positive feedback. But the negative feedback, substantial. Well done, community. So, We will continue. All right, let's talk about positives of the Battle Pass. You guys ready? Permanent voice lines. Dank. We like those. You go into the talent section, you buy a voice line, you get it for life. Very cool. Very nice. The capsule feedback. The community did not like the capsules. They thought it was a little bit predatory. They changed it 24 hours. No other developer going to do that. That's great. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for listening to the community and changing things around so quickly, efficiently, and just straight up apologizing. Who the fuck makes a blog post? It's like, hey, sorry, this is we thought this was cool. Apparently it wasn't. Thanks. That's nice. Okay, weekly quests. Garbage in the last Battle Pass. You had to do every single one, and some of them were like buy Midas before 5 minutes. Literally griefier games. Weekly quests this time have been fun. They've been entertaining. They've been, you don't have to do all of them. You can choose which ones you want to do, and they've been rewarding. So it's a great one. It's a good improvement. I like the taunts. They're very nice taunts. Thanks for making the taunts. Pricing based on country. This is fantastic as well. Now, the entire Battle Pass is not cheaper if you live in a different country, but the initial purchase of the Battle Pass is, which I think is a fantastic change. You get to be part of the Battle Pass. You get to be part of TI season for a much cheaper price, depending on the country that you live in. But if you want the Faceless Void Arcana, you don't just get a free pass. You don't just pay $20 for it, and then you get the Void Arcana, and some other guy has to pay whatever. So I think that's a really cool change. If you want to be part of this community event, you're allowed to at a discounted thing. But if you actually do have a lot of disposable income, you don't get to skip a lot of steps just because of where you live. I think it's a really smart way to balance it. I think it's cool. I like it. Okay. Easier to lock Arcana styles. I'll be real with you guys. I don't play carry. Razor, PA, Faceless Void. I don't give a hoot. I'm excited for the CM. So I don't have a lot of impact on this. But from what I've heard from Faceless Void players is that they really like the quality of the Arcana. They like how easy it is to do the style. They think it's really good. The lore for PA, though. Guys, I'm going to make another lore-gasm, all right? The lore for the PA thing was tight. Nice voice acting, nice lore, good stuff. And let me remind you, by the way, Activision, Blizzard, any of these other assholes, battle passes, those are pay to win. Our battle pass is still not pay to win. It's cosmetic only, yet it is still one of the biggest successful battle passes in all of esports. So, I mean, that's hype as hell, all right? Grass is always greener, kids. You could be buying the Faceless Void Arcana, and it makes it so that he has 2 times of a faster time walk. So I think that's pretty cool. And it is not needed. They don't have to do this, and they do. Okay, so I thought the cosmetics were really good. The crab towers, super hype. The Arcanas, looking good. The, whatever you're calling, the Immortals, I don't really care. I think they all look nice. All right, I didn't buy them personally because I like to buy the ugly sets. Thank you, Dota Plus. But everything looked nice, no complaints. Music pack, amazing. Also, by the way, fantastic stuff. So yes, there you go. Okay, second career ender. This is Ti. All right, no negatives here. I'm gonna be real with you guys. The last chance qualifiers was fucking incredible. It was super, super good. Valve sent out all these teams to fly them out to make sure they didn't have lag. They fed them. They flew them to one of the most expensive places in the world. They put them in a hotel, and then I would never have done that. If I was a tournament organizer, I'd make these bitches play online. It's last chance qualifiers. Like, I give a shit. But no, they brought all these guys on there to make this system. And this system is incredible. It had super, super good games. It was super high stakes. And frankly, it was a love letter to people that watch the DPC, which I think is so awesome. If you watch the DPC, if you enjoyed the DPC, if you knew the storylines, this was an incredible reward to allow yourself to see these guys go head to head and fight each other. And I think that's fucking great. I think that's great. And I will say something a little controversial. I don't like wild cards. I know in the past we've had wild cards that allow you to go into TI and you're some no-name team that goes in. That was cool before the DPC existed. Now I think it's kind of a snake move. You know, you go in there and you're like, oh, maybe we could sneak into TI. Nobody knows who this guy is. Fuck you. All right. Now, everyone's operating under the same amount of information. Nobody's sneaking in there. There's some guys that play a certain way. You can look up their entire DPC, and the best teams get to make it in the most high-stakes moment of the year. This is a brand new thing, and I think it's awesome. So the Last Chance qualifiers was an amazing addition to the DPC and the TI this year. I hope they do it over and over again, and it's really, really, really good. So that's where I'm at. I thought that was amazing, and it is completely optional. They did not have to fly these guys out. They did not have to do a Last Chance qualifier. It could have just been from points, but they allowed a love letter to everyone that participated and loved the DPC, and I think that fucking rocks. All right, next. Group stages. You guys ready for this? Because you're not going to like this. You're not going to like this one. I've made tournaments before. I've been on a lot of tournaments. I've helped instruct tournaments. You guys ready for this? Group stages should not be good. Or at least, they should not be the same quality as your main stage. Here we go. I give you $30 million to make a tournament. I tell you that people that already like your game, who are already invested in your game, who already watch your game, will watch your group stage. But new people who have never seen your game before, returning people that have only watch your game once a year, they will all watch the main stage. How much of your $30 million budget should you put into the group stage? 50%? Should your group stage be as good as your main stage? If so, you're an idiot. The group stage should not be the same product. It shouldn't even be close to the same product as the main stage. The group stages in other esports aren't even broadcasted. They are simply done behind the scenes and you get a standing list. In Dota 2, we have the honor. We have the fucking honor to watch these guys play in the group stage and get their standings. Guys, you should not feel like you're watching TI if you're watching the group stage because it's not TI. It's on the PGL YouTubes. It's on the PGL thing for a reason. Because it's not TI yet. It is leading up to TI. It is technically part of it. But you as a viewer, in my personal opinion, I do not work at Valve, should not be confused. When you watch the group stage, I only watch TI, I play Valorant every day, I go in, and the production quality is insane and all this stuff, and then you go, have I missed TI? Have I missed 6 days of TI? Might as well not watch. But no, the group stage should be, people should tune in and go, is this TI? Nah. This can't be TI yet. Oh, okay, it's the group stage. I think that's how it should be. That's how it should be, guys. I'm being really real. I think it's actually confusing to have a group stage that looks as good as your main product. I think it's actually a negative. So, could the group stage be better? Could they put in instead of $30 million, $100 million? Yeah. Should they? Is it going to change anything? Are you going to watch the group stage? You watching this video right now? Did you watch the group stage? Probably. Would you have watched it if they sunk $50 more million into it? Probably. Would you have watched it if it was Gork streaming it on his computer with zero broadcast? Probably. You're a Dota fan. I'm a Dota fan. We're going to watch this. I would recommend they put all their money in the main stage. That's all I'm saying. Give me a group stage that exists, and not to be this guy, but I don't think that this is a bad group stage at all. Do you guys remember when Machine was standing in front of that thing? He was just standing in a podium. There wasn't a panel. There wasn't anything. We have a panel. They actually flew out the panel. They brought him to a location so they could be in person. The whole group stage could have been remote. We don't need any of this. However, we got it. I think that's pretty good. And I do think that there should be a difference between your group stage production and your main stage production. There we go. Now, if the main stage production is as good as the group stage, the game's dead anyway, so I don't have anything to be afraid of. I am very confident that after day one of the group stage, it will improve. I am very confident that the main event after TI will be better than the group stage. I am confident that this is the way it should be. And if you disagree with me, I'd love to hear whatever you want to say about that. I'd love to hear your opinion. But that's how I feel. That is how I feel. Honestly, that's how I feel. Now let's talk about the group stage in general. New talent. Seen a lot of bitching. Seen a lot of fucking complaining. Well, I don't like this caster. Well, this guy isn't big enough to work at TI. When else are they going to work? Okay? We have a DPC now. You hire talent and they work for 12 weeks straight. Do you want to hire a guy you never heard of before to work for 12 weeks straight? What if he sucks? It's not good. It's not good for it's not good for anybody. Should they be hired at the major? You want to hire them at the major? That's probably not a good idea. What if they suck? Minor? I don't think we have those anymore. So where do we get new talent into the scene? I'm going to be real with you. I love the Dota 2 talent. I think that they're the best talent in the world. They are my personal friends. But I watched every single episode of the European DPC. I didn't want them anymore. They were together every single day, same talent, same conversation, same everything. It's not their fault. We just have a Dota Pro circuit now. We need new blood. And I say this as a guy who is fine with being on that talent sphere. We need new blood. It's better for everybody. The old talent get to talk to new personalities with new ideas. The new talent get to grow and become something new. And this group stage is one of the best opportunities all year for us to be introduced to new talent. They get to come in, they get to watch the best games in the world, and they get to work with other people that are also rising and introduce themselves and work with people that are already really good and hired for group stage. Because I'll be real with you, this is advice for life. You will never get good at something unless you can work with other people that are better than you. Sorry, it's not possible. You can play Dota every single day, 18 hours a day, by yourself, and you will not get better past a certain place because you need other people's ideas. You need other people's thoughts to combine into yourself and make yourself a better person. This is what we call society, coming together and building each other up. It's the same deal with talent. New talent must be put in situations where they're not watching tier 3 Dota. They're watching the best Dota in the world, working with the other best talent in the world, making themselves better with a new product. That is how it has to work for our scene to grow. So quit fucking making fun of the new talent. Quit fucking complaining that they're there because this is a great place for them to be. Now, you could complain. You could say Nat T should be hosting TI. She shouldn't be hosting the group stages. I agree. Next year. We all have places that we can grow. We all have opportunities that we can do. And I wish the best for all the dudes working the group stage. I wish everyone could be at TI, but guess what? This is a fantastic opportunity for everybody to grow. And we as a community should be supporting these guys and making sure that we give feedback that is also positive and helping them become the next generation of talent. As we've seen the next generation of pro players. Look at OG. A bunch of unknowns mixed in with the best in the world, and they have become the best in the world. I think everybody at the group stage this year will become the best in the world at what they do, and I cannot wait for it because it will make the talent even better in Dota. There you go. All right. Co-streaming. That's a positive. That's a positive, don't you think? You could go into Dota 2 right now, and if you're Joe Schmo with 5 viewers, you could take the best event of the year in Dota, put it on your stream, and do whatever the F you want. That's bonkers to me. That's bonkers. Nowhere else in the world can you just pop on your stream and start talking about the games from Dota TV. No other esport lets you do that shit. Now, I know that there are some things with bigger streamers, right? Bigger streamers come on, and they're like, well, I got a 15-minute delay. Bigger streamers, listen to me. I love you. You're not a little guy anymore. You're a business. I'm sorry. If you have 15,000 viewers and you're making like $50,000 a month with your viewers and your advertisement dollars from your commercials, you are a corporate entity. You are not Joe Schmo with 5 viewers trying to practice casting. You have to follow some certain rules, and I don't think those rules are that bad. Sorry. Yeah, you got a delay. Sorry. But at the same time, they invited like Gork to go to the fucking event and be a partner. I think that's pretty goddamn cool. I think that's great. I've always been a big supporter of that shit. Anybody wants to sign up and say, yo, do it. I want to be part of this. That company gets to take their viewers and put it on their decks and sell better sponsors next time by saying, we brought in 30,000 people. Gork brought in 15,000 people. Total, there's a lot of people watching this event. I mean, I think that's good. I think that's a really good thing for the scene. I think that Valve is one of the only people that ever do this, and I think that's amazing. And if you complain that you have to be on a delay because you have 30,000 viewers, you're not just Joe Schmo, bro. You're making a lot of money. So you have to play ball. Sorry. That's how I feel. Anyway, let's go into player treatment. This is something I don't know yet. I'll leave for TI tomorrow. But all accounts from all teams, the players have been treating great. The hotel is great. The food is good. The staff is great. And that is a huge improvement. I won't lie to you guys. Ti was a... I love my career. I love working in this field. So happy to hear about these improvements. Very good. Very good. So, fantastic. I am worried, though, about this year. Last year, Team Spirit only won because they were shoved in a 2x2 cubicle with no toilet and microwave waves. So, I'm a little... I think we might be pampering them too much. It's kind of like when you win your lane for your carry and he has like 4 kills and then he buys a Midas because he thinks he's invincible. So I hope the quality is good. Oh, new one. New one. TI structure. Yo, I haven't been in TI yet. It hasn't happened yet. But I'll tell you my personal theory. I think this TI will be the best TI that has ever happened when it comes to Dota. And here is why. TI is being split up between, I think, the main stage, the groups. I don't know what the fuck you call it. But basically, it's being split up between here's one event, here's another event, and here's the final. This is such a good system. Mostly because I don't want underdogs to win TI anymore. I think it's stupid. I love you, OG. I think you guys are great. 2 years in a row. Fantastic job. Team Spirit, good on you, buddy. But I believe that those guys won that event because of lack of information. I think that when you play Dota 2... it's an online game. Everything that you do is stored. People can research you. People can find your best ward spots, find your best rotation routes, and they can plan against you. And consistently at TI, the underdogs win. And I believe that's because lack of information. Team Spirit, who the fuck's Team Spirit, dude? You're LGD in the grand finals. You're watching Team Spirit versus Team Secret. I've been up all night researching Team Secret for 9 hours. Then Spirit wins? Who the fuck are these guys? I don't think that makes good grand finals. I mean, I think it makes a compelling storyline. I think it makes a great true sight. But when it comes to Dota quality, I want the best team to win. With a break in between the grand finals and the rest of the tournament, I think that we are going to see the best Dota we have ever had. I think the production value is going to be incredible because people have more time to make things. As someone who works in the back scenes of TI, there is no time to make cool shit for the guys in the finals. Everybody's tired. They've been fucking going in for a week straight. People are sleeping under desks. It's fucking madness. We have time to make good content. We have time to see better Dota, and we have time to see more rested players that can deliver a better product. And this is extremely experimental, and I think it's going to be amazing. People should be rewarded for doing well in Dota. The best person should win TI, and quite frankly, for the last 3 years, I'm not going to say it's a fluke. TI 9 OG should have won, and they did. I'm not saying this 100%, but I personally think that underdogs are very heavily favored in TI, and I think that this year we will see the best Dota grand finals that we have seen in a long time, even though last year was really, really good. So that's me. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Okay, location of TI, Southeast Asia. Hype. That's all I'm going to say. I know that TI Spirit doesn't feel like TI yet, but once we get the best crowd in the world into those seats, it will. This TI is going to fucking go bananas with that crowd. As I said, it's a relationship. Valve and the community are married. We are going to carry that event with our community because it is the best thing in the world, and I'm sure they will allow us to. And there you have it. So, yeah, there you go, guys. I'm going to be real. Been a lot of negativity lately. And I don't blame anybody for negativity. Negativity, as I said at the beginning of this video, is essential for growing the scene. Its feedback is essential. But negativity without positive reinforcement of things that people are doing right, things that we are grateful for, and things that we love is just a sea of sadness. Guys, Valve does not have to do Dota. They legitimately don't. You can work on anything you want at Valve. If I went to that fucking thing and I saw how fucking angry everybody was for the last 2 months, I'd wheel my desk out of that motherfucker. We don't got to be like this. We can say that some things are good and some things need improvement. You guys are doing a great job on these things are absolute dog. Change them. I'd like to provide a little bit of positivity, mostly because I'm a toxic bastard in my pubs. So there you have it, guys. That is how I feel. I think that we should provide a little bit of positivity of what we love and what is going great. And just remember, yesterday was group stage, day 1. All right? Let's see how the main event goes. Let's see how much of a passion project this is. And let's all come together to make this better. Because no one is going to feel good if all the bitching just kills the game. Sorry. You might feel good for half a second. But we're not in this for revenge. Are we, boys? We're not in this for the dirty of burning down the fucking house. Let us put a little fires in the forest so that the acorns or pine cones fall. And let us build something beautiful together. Because I still truly believe that we're in the best game in the world with the best publisher in the world, dev in the world. It just wouldn't be the same. Without Valve, it just wouldn't be the same. So, let's provide some feedback. Let's make things positive, and let's grow as a community. Okay? There we go. So that is the end of the video officially. I will take questions now from the chat. Any commenters? Is there anything in there that you think is absolutely wrong? Is there anything in there that you think is bad, or any positives that you guys have? Why are you bald? Massive testosterone. Anything about Dota? Because I'm about to hit the stop button here. I did explain why underdogs, because you're prepared. I'm not going to talk about that. That's stupid. I did explain. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Confirm or deny is Ice Frog still at Valve?
I don't know. Probably. 100% probably. I don't know, bro. Okay. Anyway, how would I know? You think fucking Ice Frog talks to me?
Why did God leave me unfinished?
That's true. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll be in the Reddit thread all day if this makes it to Reddit answering questions. But let's be a little positive. Let's grow the scene together. Let's have some fun. Because I don't want to go to TI with all this negativity, okay? I want to go to TI to make it the fucking celebration that it deserves to be for our community. So let's work together and make it that way. Thank you for watching. Toodaloo!